Ms. Strong, I just want to thank you for teaching me this year. I know our class has planned something elaborate for you, but I'm just more comfortable and familiar with this kind of medium. So, first of all, I just want to thank you for making me a better writer, a more confident person, and overall just developing my skills to think critically and taking a stance on something that I look at. I really enjoyed all your classes, and something I love about your teaching is that you're more experienced and you know what you're doing, unlike most of the teacher in Kangxiao. So you are flexible with your teaching, and you know that each student may be different, despite NYP trying to make all students equal. And I really enjoyed talking about films and TV with you, and just want to thank you again for looking at my script. I know it's not the best script, but I hope I can give you more of my script in the future, and I'll definitely dedicate my first movie to you. Thank you. So, I also gathered some of your past students and recorded what they have to say to you. Enjoy.
Thank you, Ms. Strong, for everything, and I really enjoyed your class, and I'll continue to improve and read more novels.
You really changed my view of what English class could be like, and although your class is apparently quite scary in the beginning, but after some time I get used to your class, and I feel like I can learn many, no matter from the lectures or like the things you say or your advice, I can learn a lot from you. And your help in 9th grade really boosted my grade and also my overall performance in 10th grade, and I feel more confident in English classes and investigating literature and things like that. So I would really like to appreciate for your effort in teaching, and I hope you have a great future in the United States.
Hi, Ms. Strong. Thank you for being such an influential character in my life. And yeah, even though I fainted in your class, I don't think I'll ever faint again because of how strict you were and how precise you were in our teachings. And thank you for being that character in my life where I learned a lot from you. And I'm going back to Texas during the summer, and hopefully when you go back, we can meet up. Yes, bye, Ms. Strong.
Hi, Ms. Strong. It's been 4 years since we first met you. Okay, I'll give you a heads up first. I'm going to say a lot of ums, which is something you told us to not do. So sorry, but I'm still a good student. So, okay, probably one of the most memorable memories I've experienced in your class is the first day. I think you gave us a test. You asked us to list how many literary devices we know, and you also gave us the time writing on a quote. And I think we did a bad job, the whole class did a horrible job. And also the times when you projected our horrible essays in front of everyone, that was really, really terrifying for me. I think I cried a lot of times after class, and maybe a few times in class. But it's actually something we still do. Like Cathedral Crew, your favorite class, actually did that again when we were writing our college essays. Like we went out and projected each and everyone's common app essays and supplementary essays on the screen, and then we annotated and fixed and criticized it together. Yeah, so thank you for making us better. I don't think we're great writers, but we're definitely pretty good writers, I think. Yeah, thank you for training us and helping us becoming what we are right now. This isn't the last day of school, so I'm not crying right now, but if I do see you on Friday, I will see you on Friday. I'll cry and hug you, so please hug me back on Friday. Yeah, I hope everything will be great for you back in Texas, and if possible, we'll go find you, or you can come visit me in Atlanta. Yeah, I don't think my friends will come because I don't think anyone wants to visit Atlanta, but you can be the first one. Yeah, that's about it. Bye. Thank you. Love you.
Dear Ms. Strong, I'm Tommy, your worst student. I never annotated in your class. I drew pictures of animals on my books. And I messed up my poetry project, I'm sure you still remember. I handed it in late, and I printed it in school last minute. But however, that doesn't mean I don't care about you or your class or respect you. You are the teacher that I respect the most in this school, because you pushed me to become someone that I would have never become if it weren't for you. And I came into your class a very arrogant student. I thought my English abilities were above everyone else, and you blew my mind. So did my classmates. So without your class, I would not be who I am today. Thank you, and I wish you good luck in Texas.
Ms. Strong, you're one of my most influential teachers in high school. So at the beginning, I really thought that I was going to get kicked out of the class. But so thank you for having me in your class, and I really had fun in your class. Thank you.
So hi, Ms. Strong. Long time no see. It's been a long time since we talked. Because I'm not a kind of person who will like go find a teacher like in the breaks and stuff. But I just want to take this opportunity to thank what you have taught me. Even though it's been 3 years, I find not just the English skills, but how you taught me to think that has extremely influenced me and how I express myself. Because I believe what you taught goes beyond just the English skills and death row words, but also how going to ninth grade. I don't really have an opinion on a lot of things, and the fact that you introduced me to all these issues that I still talk about today has really shaped my worldview in a way that's so profound that I couldn't really describe in words. Yeah. So I know this is you're leaving Kangchao with us, which I find that's kind of a pretty sad but also romantic ending. But I wish you all the best in wherever you go in the future. Yeah.
Hi, Ms. Strong. You have been an influential person in my life, and I really liked your class, although it's kind of terrifying also. And your class had made long-lasting impacts on my writing skills, especially like in class discussion and clocking sessions were like the most memorable experiences in your class. And I want you to be safe and healthy whenever you go, and let you know that we will miss you very much. Thank you.
Hi, Ms. Strong. Before I sing anything, I just want to say thank you, and it was been like such a pleasure to be your first group of student for KCIS, and to have you like around in like that building every Tuesday, every Thursday, so we could go have a little chat or have a burst or just like stand on your balcony is really nice, getting to know you and be your student. And I'm so honored to have you as my ninth grade teacher, because you not only inspired me with like English, this language in general, but you really taught us a lot about analyzing literature and the author itself, but also finding our own voice and tone, and using a real life example, because we like to use evidence to back our statements up. Just like I'm sure a lot of like your students in this video will also say, we enjoyed the most the Socratic seminars that you taught about discussing the novels and the books, but also that clocking method really helped us investigate our own words in our essay. And because of that, because I wrote that in my personal statement, so I got into the few universities that I got into for US and the one that I'm going to right now. So thank you so much for that. And even though you talk very straightforwardly, but we really enjoy that, because not a lot of teachers will give us the opportunity to be so honest with your students and be so honest with ourselves. And I really like your class a lot. I can say that your class is one of the most inspiring language classes that I have ever took until now, and almost the most inspiring one and most inspiring teacher that I've met throughout the years that I've been in school. So thank you so much, and have a great time in Texas. Please remember us, or maybe don't remember us, but when you look at that book, you'll remember us, that small novel of ours. And if we have time, we'll shoot you an email or a call or something like that, and have a great time. Thank you so much.
Dear Ms. Strong, I will miss your great sense of humor, some of your ridiculous, scary assignment, and all the fun we had in class. You are definitely an essential part of my growth. And I love you and I will miss you.
Hi, Ms. Strong. I want to thank you for teaching me in 9th grade. We covered so much material, from the Pearl to the Wife Story to V for Vendetta. You brought the English language and literature to life like no other teacher could. And one of my favorite memories in class was the bathroom parade. We used to laugh about how everyone seems to need to go to the restroom all at the same time. Best of luck going back to Dallas, and I will miss you.
When I first went into your class, I was terrified and I was arrogant and I was an asshole. But through your teaching, you inspired me to become a better writer. You're one of the reasons why I want to pursue a future in the writing field. Being in your class taught me how to be analytical, taught me how to be humble, how to receive criticism, and how to work with others during our clocking sessions. And I think, especially the in-class discussions we had, that really impacted the way I thought about education. Before, it was all just sitting and raising our hand. But after discussing V for Vendetta, Anthem, even the Pearl, that kind of changed my opinion of how classes should work. And to be honest, everything else that wasn't your class after that just seemed bland and disgusting to me. I think that has to mean something. I don't know, but I just want to say that you were probably one of the biggest influences on my life. You gave me hope, I guess, in a way. Before, I thought that I would never ever have a possibility of ever becoming anything more than just a mediocre amateur student. But your feedback really changed me as a person, and I'm really grateful for that. Thank you.
So, hi, Ms. Strong. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for making me who I am today. I feel like I have become a more confident student after taking your class, and I will definitely miss you a lot.
Alright, let me got my hair. I don't usually do this at school. I don't really care how other people think of my hair. But in this case, doing a video for one of the most revered teacher, Kang Chao, the teacher I have the most respect for. I want to fix it up just a little bit, Alright, okay. Let's take a trip down memory lane, all the way till 9th grade. Yeah, back in that time, I was rather in a state of, I'd say, disillusionment a little bit. I didn't really know what I was doing in Kang Chao. I didn't really know what I was doing in high school in general. Classes were relatively easy. School was not very challenging. And yeah, I just thought, that's how I would spend my high school life. Just going to classes, getting good grades, keeping it chill. And until I stepped into your class, of course. That was September of, let me think, 2016? Yeah, 2016. Yeah, the first day was a shocker in and of itself. I remember the prom was, fear was at the root of most bad writing. And I didn't really know what to write for that quote, because obviously when you the first time I see you, you were a pretty intimidating teacher to me. Even back in the day, you were taller than all of us. Yes, and now here we are. Yeah, that just goes to show how much time has passed. But then yeah, I was intimidated and I was afraid. And I was gonna write something I don't really understand what this quote is about, and I think this quote is pretty BS. But then I was afraid that I might offend you as a teacher, since that was only the first day of class. I didn't really want to do anything too radical. And that was the moment when I clicked, oh, that was fear at the root of bad writing. But then right after that prompt, bad writing persisted for almost the entire year. Yeah, I've said my writing's not the best in the world, but in your class you've definitely gave me a voice. You've definitely taught me how to express myself, how to come up with ideas, and I think that's probably one of the most important tools that I've learned as a person up until this point is the ability to look at a world from my perspective, to be able to back up what I say with examples, with evidence, and also the ability to express and communicate whatever I think to other people in a very succinct and effective manner. And that has really served me a long way. Let's use my extracurriculars as an example. I've served in Model UN. I've went all the way from just a little delegate to being like the Secretary General, which is kind of like the highest position that you can ever get. And yeah, how I did that is like I attended through tons and a lot of meetings. I know you hate the word tons, and also hate the word lot. Those are death row words, but just spare me to use it once. All right, so yeah, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of meetings, a lot of writings. It's basically like a form of debate. Yeah, it's because of you, because of the skills that you taught me, that I was able to prevail in Model UN. Same thing with student council. Running an election was basically like you have to communicate with your voters. You have to let them know what you want for the school, what changes you can bring about, and also why you stand out from the rest of the people. And it's all about communication. It's all about talking to the people inside your campaign team. It's also basically talking, I'd say, some pretty trash rhetorics against your opponent. And also, most importantly, you're trying to communicate a message to the voting population. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without going to your class, without knowing how to express myself, without having my own voice. I would very much confidently say that I'm the person who I am today because I went to your class and I have had that experiences with you and the rest of the cathedral crew to really make me who I am. And for that, I'm forever in debt, and I'm very, very grateful for the impact that you've brought onto my life. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You've been an inspirational character, teacher, mentor to all of us, and really we just want to say thank you, Ms. Strong.
Thank you, Ms. Strong.
Thank you, Ms. Strong.
Thank you, Ms. Strong.
Oh, class ended. Goodbye, Ms. Strong.
Thank you, Ms. Strong.
Stay strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Strong.
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 Thank you, Ms. Strong. See you.